As we've seen, many students want to be empowered in their own learning. But as teachers and educators, how can we focus on the student experience while ensuring learning happens effectively? Traditionally, the teacher's role has been that of the content expert who delivers the information for students to learn. If we're empowering students to learn for themselves, does that mean the teacher is no longer relevant or needed at all? Or is there some way that we can have both? I spoke with a range of educators to find out how they view student-centred learning and what kind of shift in mindset is needed for teachers to fully embrace it.
The world is the student-centered classroom.
The learning experiences and the way the class or the activities go are designed around the point of view of the student to achieve things for the student, rather than being designed around the point of view of the teacher being convenient for the teacher or the institution or mass production or various things like that.
It's in a way going back to the origin of how we learn. So if we think of how we learned how to walk, how we learned how to talk.
The way that I had been taught was that teachers were describing or lecturing or sort of disseminating knowledge to me, and they were centering themselves, they were centering the course structures, resources, readings, texts, etc. as an authority, and that was the way that the course was to be then pushed to you, and it was your job as a student to understand as much of what was coming at you as possible.
So the question is, for you as a teacher, is you've taught, have they learned?
The role of the teacher should now shift from the sage on the stage to the guide by the side. I think teachers are no more the sole providers of knowledge.
It differs in a number of ways. So it differs in its technique and it differs in its objectives.
It's really when there's a relationship between the teacher and the learner, when they are on a more equal footing. There's not all this shut up and listen, but there's to and fro, and when you don't get something as a student, you can ask a question, you can control the flow, you can affect, things can move in directions you're interested in, and when queries pop up, the class can address those queries.
But I think the role now is more to motivate learning, to guide the learner, and the key word now is to facilitate. Now, what can we do to facilitate meaningful learning experience?
So a good teacher could actually design a learning experience in a classroom, in a bathroom, in a bedroom, in a boardroom, at the supermarket, at the school, at home. So it's about how do we engineer the learning to take place.
I think there's a whole bunch of skills that really help you to be a fantastic teacher in a student-centered environment. One of those skills is being familiar and having a comprehensive understanding of the topic.
Good teachers are those who ask or pose the correct questions.
People learn not when you say things at them, when you teach at them. People learn when they undergo transformation because they're learning. It's a change in them. So we really need to think about them and their environmental and their mental state.
And it's creating a wonderful environment, an encouraging environment, a motivating environment. That's what a student-centered learning experience is all about.
So we can see, student-centered learning really is a powerful tool for deep learning. It's a different way of conceiving the relationship between teacher and student and can lead to amazing transformative learning experiences. These are the kinds of experiences we want to create for our students, and empowering them is a critical first step.